Oftentimes, if you point out flaws and contradictions in Christian doctrine to its followers, they begin to come back at you with things like, you've turned your back on God. You're not supposed to question God, instead of hearing anything that you say. Mind control relies on emotional involvement. One cannot critically think once the emotions are triggered. If these people truly knew the message of Christ, they wouldn't discourage seeking knowledge. He taught that we are to seek knowledge everywhere and discern truth from within. Questioning man-made doctrine is not turning your back on God. It's honoring him. The Bible tells us to test all things and hold fast to what is good in 1 Thessalonians 5:21, meaning discernment and seeking understanding are acts of faith, not rebellion. Proverbs 4:7 says, "Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding." Faith without understanding is blind belief. God gave us minds to question, test, and grow in truth. We were also given a conscience, our connection to divinity within, which has to be ignored to blindly follow any doctrine. Christ often confronted the Pharisees, not to reject God, but to expose how their traditions had replaced a true spiritual connection. Following his example means we shouldn't fear examining what we are taught. John 4:1 says, "Beloved, do not believe in every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God." If we never question, we can't discern what's truly divine and what's man-made. Matthew 15:9 warns, "In vain they do worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men." So questioning doctrine isn't turning from God. It's refusing to confuse human institutions with divine truth. Those who question everything haven't turned their back. They are turning to face him directly, without intermediaries or filters. Questioning comes from wanting to know the force that is within us, wanting to know the divine, wanting to honor it, not just doing what others say. The canon of Scripture became a device to fire at dissenters, enforce doctrine, and make questioning dangerous. If the text is a living spirit of truth, why would men need to lock it into a canon at all? It's the very act of canonization that turned living wisdom into a dead weapon. Trust the conscience over any book. That's the divinity within that you were born with. Have a good day.